Hello friends, hope you are all fine and doing very well. So today's our topic is about let and sorry var, let and const. So these are three ways to declare a variable. So I'm gonna open this folder in VS Code editor and this is my VS Code editor. So inside index.html var let const, I just given the title here, and this is my JS file is connected with this HTML file, so we can open it in web browser. Now I am going to open this file in web browser, so I'm just gonna double click on it and it will open. So as you can see, it is opening, and oops, maybe I should open it in Google Chrome. So I'm gonna open it with make it default, so every time I open this file it will open in Google Chrome. So that's it, this is my file. And now here inside JS file I'm gonna just remove everything whatever written here. Now as you can see, there are different methods to declare a variable like var or let or const. So these are the three ways to declare a variable. First of all, you should know what is a variable. A variable is just like a container that can store a value. Like if I have a variable with that have a label or a name, and I am going to give it a value like John. So this is a variable, name is a variable, or you can say it's an identifier, and John is its value. So actually it is a container who is this container is containing a value that is John. So or you can do this like var x is equal to, let's suppose, 5, and then again var, and I'm going to declare another variable with another like 6 or whatever you want to give the value. Now here you can see it is a number, not a string. If I'm going to make it a string, I'm going to write it in strings. I'm gonna write it in quotations. You can use double quotation or you can use double quotation or single quotation, like so. So this is single quotation. You can also use double quotation. So now it is a string. I don't want to make it a string, I just want to make it a number. So we can do mathematics with it like var total, or you can use z is equal to x plus y, and then I'm just going to print it out. So console.log and print the value of z. Okay, now when I open this in my web browser and open Google Developer Tools, and if I refresh, you can see 11 is appearing, and that's good. Now so this is it's actually looking like algebra, yeah, but no, it's not algebra. It's actually very simple thing that our first container is storing a value 5, then second container is storing a value 6, and then z, it's a container that is storing values x and y, and then the addition of x and y, and actually it is doing the addition. So you can see there is 5 and 6. So here is actually coming 5 and here is coming 6. So 5 plus 6 is come into the z container, and after that the z we are going to print here, Z, and then you can see the output 11 in the console. So this is very pretty simple thing. And another thing that you can use is you can actually call it this variable names as identifiers, because they are unique from others. Like X is not the labels are different, so that's why we usually call it as identifiers. You can use it as identifier. So now you could understand JavaScript variables or containers for storing data values, and that's pretty easy thing. So now the next thing is you should know that there are different types of variables, like short variable, tables, yeah, like so. And this is the example of short variable, like x, y, z. And this is not preferable in while doing programming. You should use descriptive variables. So the next type is descriptive variables. Descriptive, yeah, variables. Now why I'm saying this, that you should use descriptive variables, because it make your code much cleaner. Like if sorry, let's suppose you have a credit card and you want to store a value of credit card. So you simply write here credit card. Okay, if you write here and actually I'm gonna give some value, random value, yeah. So actually if you use here x, y, z, it's totally fine, but another programmer can't understand, and sometimes you forgot to remember that, oh, what's the meaning of x here. So that's why we should use descriptive variables. Now the next thing you should know, that declaring a variable is very simple thing, but you have to follow the general rules for setting names for variables or for unique identifiers. So now there are a lot of rules, but we will cover them all of them in this video. So the first rule is you can use names like this is a name, but it should be a letter, it should be start with a letter. So you cannot use like so var 1 2 is equal to is as and then some value. Now it's not a correct thing. You could use variables can contain numbers or digits, but inside you cannot begin a variable with a number, or with yeah, you cannot declare a variable with a number. So that's why you have to start with a variable with letters. Okay, like this is credit card or first name. You can use underscores if you really want to make your variable or identifier more readable. So you can use this underscore, but there are a lot of methods, or you can say that there are a lot of conventions to declare a variable. Like here I'm using camel case notation. So you can use camel case notation or Pascal notation, like so the first letter of every word will be capital. So it is similar to camel case, but here you can see this letter is small, and then coming up letters of the words will be the coming up word, the first letter of those words will be capital. like first name or first name gonna, yeah, like so. Okay, so but in Pascal notation you have to give the, here you have to give each and every word, the letter of each and every word, the first letter, sorry, actually yeah, the first letter of each and every word should be capital. So you can use these kind of things, and you can actually begin a variable with dollar sign, like so, and most of programmers may use this. Really, we should not use this, because actually when you use this it will be make some problems while you are using a library like jQuery. So this is actually it is used for selector in jQuery, so I really don't prefer to use dollar sign. Some programmer use to start a variable with an underscore, like so. Yeah, so this is another way to declare a variable. And always remember that the variables are case sensitive. So what is the meaning of case sensitive? So let me give you an example. So this is my first name, and first name is A or Ali, yeah. And if you write declare another first name, and if I just change its capitalization, it convert it to capital, like so, and store it like Ali 1 or 2. So this is different from this variable. Or you can say, if you are given if I give you example of short variables, so A is actually different from capital A. Okay, so always remember this. A is different from capital A. So both are A, but both are different. Or you can use Y and Y or any letter. So these both are different. So, okay, so this Y is containing Ali, or this, and this Y is containing Ali too. So that's why it is case sensitive. So it is not upper, this is lowercase and this is uppercase. So actually JavaScript check this thing, that whether a variable is uppercase or lowercase, and it will be very helpful while if someone want to crack your code. So that's why it's very useful. If you don't know about scripting attacks, so I will create a separate video on scripting attacks, so you can understand it. Now the next thing is you cannot declare a variable that is a reserved word, or actually you should not. Like alert is actually a keyword in JavaScript. It's a function, so you cannot use it like so. So it's not a good idea. It's a very bad code, so you should not use this. Or like you can use document. So it's actually not a good idea to use in this way. Okay, so it's not a good idea. So I really don't prefer to use this thing. So I always use those names that are not a reserved word in JavaScript or in any other programming language, because your JavaScript will be connected to HTML, and maybe that will be connected to Java or something else like PHP or whatever. So that's why you should not use reserved word of any programming language. You always have to declare a unique identifier. Okay, but it should give, that unique identifier should give a meaning, have a meaning in it. Okay, Now this is known as assignment operator. So is equal to, actually it is not is equal to, we actually call this equal sign in programming language as a assignment operator. So this is an assignment operator, not an equal operator. So like x is equal to x plus 5 in algebra, it's the meaning of it is totally different. It does not make any sense in algebra, but in JavaScript, however, it makes perfect sense that it assigns the value of x plus 5 to x. So actually it is assigning, or you can say it is incrementing, and the value x is incremented by 5. Yeah. Now the next thing is, if you really want to know what is the equal sign in JavaScript, so this is equal to in JavaScript. Double equal is actually equal to, but single equal is known as assignment operator. So this is equal to operator and this is assignment operator, so keep it in mind. Never confuse this thing, okay? Never get confused. After that, in JavaScript there are variables that can hold many data types, like numbers that just we did here, or text that we did later. But again I can do this, like name is equal to Ali. So here it can actually take strings or text strings or whatever you want to say. So JavaScript can handle many types of data, and here you can just have to think about numbers and text. Yeah. And the string is actually written inside double quote or single quote. So if you just remove, sorry, you can use it in this way also. You can use single quotes and you can use double quotes if you really want to, like so. Okay, so it's totally up to you. And always remember that numbers are not written inside quotation, because if you write this inside quotation, it will be converted into a string. Okay, so it will treat it as a string. So this is very core concepts that you should know about VAR. And now this is actually, what are you doing here is actually declaring a variable. Now if you redeclare a variable like so, var name, so nothing will change. Actually what I did here, I just declare a variable, but here I declare a variable, then I use an assignment operator, and that assignment operator used to assign a value. So what is it is doing? It is assigning a value. So here I'm actually doing two things. I'm declaring a variable plus I'm assigning a variable. But here I'm just declaring the same variable again. But here nothing will change. If I just console.log this name, and if I check it in my DevTools, and if I refresh, you can see Ali is appeared. So that's pretty good. Okay, now here one more thing, that you can declare variable in one line, many variables, like let me give you an example. Var a is equal to 12. Then if you want to declare another variable, you can just put comma here, and then you can declare another variable like so. Or you can do, and again another variable like c is equal to any random string. Okay, so this is it. you can actually declare variable in one line, as many as you can or as you want. Yeah, so if you just log it, you can just print, you will see the output here. If you just refresh, you can see all the variables appear, A, B and C. That's pretty good. Now here a quick thing, that if you have a variable with A, let's suppose, and you have two strings like Ali, and if you plus this Ali with another string like Ahmad or whatever you really want as a string here, now if you just log it, what is gonna happen, actually this plus sign will not plus or add, but it will concatenate these two strings together. So in here, if you just refresh, you can see Ali Ahmad. Now here you can see there is no space. So to solve this problem, you can do it by simply coming here and put space here, or you can put space here. Yeah, I'm gonna just put space here, and if I check it and refresh it, you can see Ali and there is a space inside it, and then Ahmad. Yeah, so that's pretty simple, and that's very good. But if what will happen if I have a number here like 22, no, a random number, what is gonna happen? So it's very simple, this string will try to add this number, so JavaScript will automatically convert this number into a string. How JavaScript reads statement from which side? Actually JavaScript reads statement from left side. It is reading it from left side, that first a user use var to declare a variable that is an identifier, then this is assignment operator, then JavaScript said itself that okay, it's a string and that string wants to add this number, so it will actually automatically convert it into a string, and then it will add this to Ali or to this string, and then we just printing it here. So if you just check it out, if you refresh, you can see it is a string. Now it's a string. Okay, now if you don't believe me, you can check it. You can just type of to check it. Okay, and just put it in parentheses like so, and if you refresh it, you can see it is giving the data type is string. So it's a predefined method in JavaScript or a function that is used to check what is the type of or data type of that value that is containing in A. Okay, and one more thing, what gonna happen if I have 5 here, 5 plus 22. Now it is I always say in my other videos that this anything inside quotation will be rendered as strings. So here you can see it is rendering as string. So this string again will convert this number into a string, and it will return something like 522. Okay, so let me check it here. If you refresh, now you can see it's giving this thing. But if you have another number like so, what will gonna happen, what is going here, what will be the result here? So to find out the result, actually what JavaScript will do, so JavaScript will read the statement from left to right. So it is checking, okay, it's a var, it's a identifier, it's a equal sign, it's an assignment operator that is assigning this value, this large value. So this large value, the first thing is, the first index is 5, that is a string. Now this string wants to concatenate it with this number. Now it will actually automatically convert this number into a string, so it will write something like 522, and then sorry, it's not 4, it's 5 actually, 522, and then this whole will be known as one string like here, and then it will add this plus 2. So this is actually, what is this? This is actually a string. So this string will be concatenated, so it will give something 5222 like so. So if you check it out and refresh, you can see it is giving like this. Okay, but what will happen if I just remove it from here and paste it here like so, and something like this? If I do this, so what is gonna happen? So it will read from left to right. So it is reading 22 wants to add 2, though both are numbers, so it will add both numbers. So it will do like 22 plus 2, 23, 24, so it will give 24, and then this 24 will be add to 5, so I think so it will give like 245. Okay, so if you refresh, you can see 245 is here. Oh yeah, this is here. So this is pretty simple, and this is a very basic. In this part we just learned about variables. So in the next part I will cover let, and in the third part we will cover const. So I think this video is gonna be very long, so thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.